And I'm going back 70-odd years now, but I think my abiding memory is of walks in the country. In no time, we grew to love her. We thought she was magnificent. She made life so interesting. She was so practical. She awarded stars for every subject. We had a concert in which 6 of us took part, and we had an audience, and we used to collect a penny for them as they came in. It never registered with us at all that she was a writer.
Have you heard the nighttime silence? Just when all the world's asleep, and you're curled up by your window, all alone. Have you held your breath in wonder at a sky so dark and deep? Have you wanted just one star for all your own? Have you seen a streak of glory flash across the summer sky when a star is tired of staying still so long? Have you heard the night wind whisper as it softly passes by? Have you caught the lilting murmur of its song? Have you suddenly felt lonely? Have you wondered why you should, when you watched for shooting stars to flash their light? Have you wanted someone near you, someone dear, who understood? Have you never stretched your arms out to the night?
Nothing ever came through to us to suggest that there was any unhappiness in her life. I know since, of course, that there was considerable unhappiness, but it didn't show. When she was with us, she was a bubble of fun. I think she must have hidden it away, as I gather that she hid many of her thoughts away.
Boo! Close your eyes. Who is it?
Now, let me see. How many guesses do I have?
3.
Well, you could be Mr. What's-his-name.
What's its name?
Well, that's just it. He never can remember. Nor can anyone else. Or you could be the saucepan man. But then I probably would have heard you coming up the road with your saucepans and kettles crashing together, making a dreadful din. Or you just ever so possibly might be a young man who loves climbing trees and making hidey holes in branches just as much as I do, whose name is Brian.
You looked. That's cheating.
No, Brian. I used my powers of mental deduction. Do you know what that is? Well, that's what clever detectives use. They use their eyes, their ears, and their intelligence to collect as many clues as they can. And that's how they solve the most baffling mysteries.
What sort of mysteries?
Well, I've already deduced your name. Brian, right? Now, using all my mental powers, I think you're on an important errand. A mission almost.
I am?
Yes, I think you have something for me. An important document.
How did you know that?
Deduction.
Dear Enid, I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. Your father died suddenly of a heart attack a few days ago. We've had difficulty in locating you. It was a peaceful end while fishing on his beloved Thames at Sunbury. The funeral will be on Sunday. Naturally, all the family and his other friends will be there. I'm sure you will want to attend, and I enclose the details. Your affectionate uncle, Charles.
Well?
Well, Brian, you've brought me very important news.
Yes? Go on.
Well, you know the mysterious fishing boat we found yesterday? Tied up, with no one around? Well, it seems...
Miss Blyton, how do you think up your stories? I know what is going to happen.
Well, that's just it, Kenneth. I don't. I'm just as surprised by the adventures as you are. I sit down with my little typewriter on my knee, and then I close my eyes for a few moments, make my mind a blank, and then, just as clearly as if I was seeing real children, My characters stand before me in my mind's eye, where the story is acted out, almost as if I was seeing it on a real private cinema screen.
You must be Georgina. No, I'm not. Then who are you? I'm George. My only answer to George. Why? I hate being a girl.
Well, why do you hate it?
I like doing what boys do. Climbing, swimming, sailing boats. Don't you?
Put him in arms, bosun.
Look, they're signaling.
The gold is safe.
Then we shan't have to leave Kirin.
No, and what's more, I'll give you the castle and the island. You deserve it, George. You couldn't have done better if you'd been a boy.